Welcome back, survivors. I'm the survival of this, and we return Carnivores Legacy, where we probably got the fair majority of what the endemics were on Basmachee Rocks. There are, of course, some gaps in the trophy room from, like, the dioramas, where there's probably, like, a pair or a second of another animal. But with having spent 2 weeks there, I think we're going to move to the Jungles of Gravitsappa next, and see about what we can get from there. I also had Sori and Target pay a little visit on one of the episodes about comment, suggesting, with me not really going for the point totals, it might not be a bad idea to take, like, the camouflage and the cover scent. I don't want to take the radar, because I feel like that makes it a little too simple for the hunting. But with the possibility of a Rexon spawning in, I'm kind of leaning with Sori, and it might be a good idea to go for the some of these ones that usually siphon away some points from you, but in this case, I think that it's going to be better to take them for the precautionary thing. And we are also going to be looking at putting on only a couple of animals, the Velociraptor and the Carnotaurus. The reason being, we've gotten all of the other trophy roster Rex aside from now, and we've gotten their dioramas basically filled up. The only ones that aren't really filled are the Velociraptor needing 2 more, and a few more Carnotaurus. Well, actually, no Carnotauruses at all, because we haven't tried for them yet, but it looks like they might be a dangerous one to go after, with the mortal zones being just the eyes, and what looks like forehead to top of head. So we'll see how they go, see what Gravitsappa has in store. Dangers are swarms, lava flows, and beach gatherings. Whatever that means. But we'll do a little read-up and then hop into our first hunt on it. A fantastic area for beginning hunters. Lava-filled cracks show prior seismic activity on this island. The tropical jungles covering the island are teeming with dinosaurs, hiding in the ground mists, around the rolling hills, or deep inside the labyrinthian overgrowth of trees. With how Basmachee Rocks, and I think even Woods of Taran Chalks were... I think they are a little different from how they have been in the previous, like, Carnivores entries, so I'm eager to see what Gravitsappa and, well, just to be honest, all of these are like. There's a lot of interesting things that could be done or have been done to the maps. But we're into a new map, new endemics to try for, so let's load in and get on to our first hunt for today. Okay, so we're dropped in. Again, first weapon I'm going to go for is either the... well... oh. Okay, now there... that's why I was going to say, first weapon I go for is... self-defense, either the shotgun or revolver. And we got, lucky with managing to get that raptor down, although... I don't know what's going on with this Brontosaurus, which might be one of the endemics we can try for. It seems to be walking away from us, and I feel like it's... I feel like it might be a trophy ambient, or trophy endemic, trophy ambient. I feel like I am going to keep calling them endemics. An ambient animal kind of feels more like, say, the Mozchops or the Gallimimus. They don't really have any role than just adding some ambience to the maps, but endemic, or trophy endemics, they do have more purpose behind them. And trophy ambience, you don't really feel like you interact with all that much. Maybe you'll scare them away, but you don't really have much more interaction like the trophy endemics do, so that's the terminology I'm going to use for them. Yeah, this Brontosaurus back here, some mods, the sauropods, are not an animal to go after or hunt. Other mods they are, and they usually are pretty tanky things for it. And I kind of feel like that's probably the case with the Brontosaurus here. I just don't know... yeah, see, it's going to be a lot of ammo I'll pump into it, but I don't know where the mortal zone would be, and I think I'd kind of lean it might be the head on it, just because with how chunky it is, I can't imagine traditional vitals would be something we could really go for with it. There we go. Yeah, so that is a trophy ambient, or a trophy endemic, and I do think the head is its mortal zone. Like, I know I pumped a lot of shots into it, but the last couple of shots looked like they were more concentrated around the head. And just for the sake of defense, I'm going to blow through 2 shots and let the reload go through. I should actually do a check with... Yeah, let the reloads go through here. I'm not going to turn these in quite yet, even though it would probably be smart to. Actually, truth be told, I haven't even taken a look at the map to know what it's like. So we got, looks like a little bit of that, like, again, lava chasms or things like that, a little bit to our north. There's a beach more to the north that, it did say beach gatherings, so I don't know if it's like a joke thing of why it's a danger, or it might actually be there could be specific endemic spawns there that are dangerous. Oh, there's even a Compsognathus on the map. I mean, truth be told, with how small they should be, I don't think they're going to be something we have to be careful or wary of. And, okay, so I've still got 4 shots left with the revolver, so I don't think I need to reload that. We didn't use anything from the pistol. Shotgun we've reloaded. The X-bow, which is... God, it is mostly a joke weapon. Like, it wouldn't be so bad if it was, like, super powerful to compensate with it being a little harder to be accurate with, but... Oh. I heard a little squeak, which was probably a compy. Yeah, let me just get up and take a little look around. Like, yeah, there are a few crickets hopping about. There's the Compsognathus. Actually... have I seen that model before? Let me just try to take a little bit of a look. I don't know, the color scheme reminds me of, like... Hi! I'll jump with ya. The color scheme reminds me that maybe I've seen that in, like, Carnivores Plus or something. I don't know, it just... Hey. Yeah, just do little hops with him. Again, when they're not trying to rip my faces off, dinosaurs are pretty cool. Well, okay, even then when they're trying to rip my faces off, you have to admit dinosaurs are pretty cool. But we'll leave that behind and keep working our way northeast and northish. See what else we're able to come across. I do want to be wary just because of the high danger level I might have present with the Carnotaurus as an option. And then there's... I don't know if it's a joke being played on me or it's actually a thing, but apparently there's a slim chance for one of the Moztops to spawn in as, like, actually aggressive and well, they call it carnivorous. Let's just say it's actually possible to have it be provoked and attack and maybe even kill you. But I think it's a very slim chance, or it's just a complete joke meant to get to me. Could be either or, but I think it would actually be a fun little thing to include in... Oh. Okay, just a parasaur. We don't really gotta worry about taking you on. Oh, and... looks like a little baby. Or, well, at least, like, a much smaller one, because that one's, like, only around, like, half of what the other one is. Oh. Okay, we're gonna... yeah, we'll just keep working our way north. See what else we can discover or come upon. If I do find another Brontos... Uh-oh. Okay. There's one of the dangers. And what might be another Brontosaurus from the sounds of that. Now this... do I just leave it be, or do I try shooting at it? I feel like if I go north and find something else and take shots, that might provoke this guy, and I'm not going to have the same element of surprise that I have here on it right now. But right now it's mortal zones. I'm going to keep low and just kind of stalk behind it for a bit. With it just being the eye and the top of the head, I need to be careful about when I try getting my shot in at it. Now that could be good or bad. It could be He's wounded, it was far enough out that he's running away, or it could be bad. He had no pathfinding towards us, so he's finding a path. I should say it, I don't know. You'd never really get to know the genders for the creatures you're really after. Although, that is one of the things that the Modder's Engine Edition is allowing to be done. By giving the animals having their unique variants and skins, you can have a little bit of sexual dimorphism taking place and, like, shown off. Although one thing that's kind of irked me a little bit about, like, Carnotaurus from... I'm trying to remember what the recent documentary is. Prehistoric Planet? It's the one Apple was, like, putting out on their streaming service. They said, like, the Carnotaurus' little arms were supposedly for mating display, but the thing is, I don't think there's been any time in nature that a mating display has been something as, like, tiny and hidden as the arms are. Like, when you think about it, for mating displays, it's like antlers, peacock feathers, really big, obnoxious, bright things that are meant to really stand out. But then you have this large thing like a Carnotaurus that has these super tiny little arms in comparison, and that's supposed to be, like, for mating? Or, like, to attract a mate or mating display? I don't really buy that. My theory is... Oh, well, that's... Wait a minute, is that a... I guess Plesiosaurus could be on land. Oh. That's not what I was expecting to see over the hill. Oh. Yeah, I hate the super precise mortal zones, because they're so hard to shoot. Well, let's try another hunt. Okay, we're dropped into another hunt. Self-defense weapon comes out first, with good reason. Guess we had another raptor coming in. Thankfully, seems like that was the only one. But before I was interrupted by the Carnotaurus, the subject in question I was talking about, my thinking for why the Carnotaurus' arms kind of shrunk down so much could kind of come in relation to, like, courtship or such, but instead of being used for mating, what if it was, like, it became a liability? Like, one thing about animals for, like, trying to claim mating rights is they can be aggressive and smack and bash each other a lot. So what if it's in the process of, like, them trying to bite in that, more oftentimes that the Carnotaurus are actually, like, maybe even biting completely off arms or tearing arms out of sockets and that, and the smaller the arms are, the less there is to, like, really be, like, wounded in that, and that's kind of how that developed. It just feels weird to have their super tiny little arms supposed to play such a big role in attracting a mate. And none of nature that I know of is subtle about stuff like that. Granted, I'm no biologist or have a lot of time or years studying biology to say one way or the other, but that's just kind of what struck me as, like, an odd theory to think about. But okay, I'm trying to think of what to do next. Like, we lost our Brontosaurus trophy, we got a raptor again, so we've got that. My thinking is, I might want to try going to the beach again for that Plesiosaurus. I feel like that is going to be another trophy endemic. Just because the sizing matches up, and if I can get a good shot with the rifle, I'll take it. Or I should say the sniper rifle. But, yeah, carnivores, one of the things that irks me about the mortal zones is if they're too small or really specific at times, they can be more nuisance because that just means the animal is more tougher in general for it. Like, the Rex has kind of earned itself that sort of, I wouldn't say excuse, but it has a justified reason to have it be such a tight and narrow mortal zone, is because it's meant to be your ultimate challenge for carnivores. It is your top-end, endgame, true challenge of your abilities, whereas the Carnotaurus... Oh. Okay, I think it actually ran away. I am surprised it did, but I am grateful for it. Granted, not that we really have a lot to lose, but I think after I can get the Carnotaurus diorama filled, there'll be one I'll take off the roster. Just because they can pose what... Oh, another... Okay, so I guess the Trachodon is just like a complete all-map endemic animal. Because we've seen it on every map so far now. I mean, granted, it's only 3 out of the mod, but there's been very little carryovers between maps that we've seen so far in Legacy. I don't know if it's supposed to be all that rare, or it's just more like a bonus one that can help you out with a few more points just if you see it. And since I have no other leads, I might try pursuing that Carnotaurus we did see. It's probably a bad idea. But, I mean, I've never been known for having bright ideas. Oh. But I saw something. It could have just been the wingtip of... Okay, it was probably just the wingtip of that one ambient flying around. Actually, Dimorphodons and Pterodactylus. Okay, so far not much. Again, even if we do find that Carnotaurus or ran further off, there is that chance for possibly a Plesiosaur. Although nothing in the oh, maybe one of the dioramas was more like a beach meant to show off the Plesiosaurus. Oh, okay, now I'm understanding why they said maybe beach gatherings were a source of... Oh, no. Oh, one wasn't hard enough, so let's have 2 together. But yeah, so maybe that's why beach gatherings were one of the dangers listed. Oh, God. Okay, at least we got our first Carnotaurus down. The Plesiosauruses are in a flee. Well, not in a... Brain not work so good, okay? They are fleeing, but I don't know if they'll actually be able to go into the water and escape. Oh. No, that's just the top of a Moschops. I'm going to try to keep some distance from where we saw the other Carnotaurus, just because I prefer not to engage that. Oh, wow. Okay, the Plesiosaurs might well have actually gone into the water to get away from us. I'm going to have the shotgun ready. Oh, do I try for it? I thought maybe I will try just that way. With how big of a danger the Carnotaurus are, maybe we'll try to get their full diorama, and then we can turn them off, and it'll be a little bit safer for us to try hunting. But from the looks of it, yeah, okay. Just the way the Gallimimus and the Moschops combined together for a moment there, I wasn't sure what I was looking at. Okay, I think I'm scaring the Plesiosaurs out. I'm not too fussed about that, because it is also keeping that Carnotaurus away from us. I figure I might as well try for one of the Plesiosaurs, too. Okay, but that Carnotaurus will probably be trying to come back in onto land in a little bit. Yeah, there it is. I should be careful how close I am to the water. I mean, the Plesiosaurs I'm not expecting to be very fast if they get onto land, but they might still have quite a swim speed to pop out of nowhere on me. But it's interesting to see, again, what's usually a fully aquatic... Oh, crap. Okay, no, plesiosaurs are not a trophy endemic. My mistake. I thought they might have been because of just their size, but... no, they are probably then a potentially dangerous endemic. My guess is if you get too close to them while they are gathered on the beach, they might be aggressive and come after you. But now, that does make me want to find this last Carnotaurus. Well, I shouldn't say last, but this Carnotaurus we might have been putting a lot of shots into, just to try and get it... oh, balls. God, it's like everything that could be a danger's around here. Like, I want to scare the raptors off, so I'm not worrying about them with the Carno, too. But with what I've already got started for progress in the Carnotaurus, I kind of want to see if I can wrap that up. Like, I think the raptors should have fled, and we don't have to worry about them. You can tell I've hit, like, next to 0 mortal zones with the mod, though. We've not really had anything go down first hit reliably. Okay. Yeah, we'll just try for that Carnotaurus. Can't imagine it's too far from here, but... the raptors also have me on edge, too. Like, I don't know how many shots are left in the shotgun before I'll have to reload it. I think that's just the plesiosaur noises. I'll try and be ready with the revolver. Okay, I think the Carnotaurus is just beyond this hill. I heard some pretty heavy footsteps. It could have been the plesiosaur, but... I don't know. Oh god, please let me be able to put it down. It would suck to pop over the hill and die to... oh, maybe it was a... I mean, there are... oh, okay, there it is. Okay, with that, we're going to get out here for the trophy room, because we at least should have the Carnotaurus diorama done. And here we are in the trophy room, so I think the only real additions we might have... let me try to think. 2 Carnotaurus, but we did get another raptor that helped flesh that out. Yeah, everything's looking done for the most part. 1 more raptor will complete this diorama, which we'll probably leave on. The Dilophosaurus is done, the Iguanodons are done. The Carnotaurus are now done too, and truth be told, one looks so much bigger than the other. How big are you? That is 5.46 tons compared to 2.5. So you are twice the size of the other one we got, which actually works out kind of well, I think. Yeah, they are, again, really well done. It's just that their mortal zones are going to make them really difficult to hunt. It makes sense, I suppose, to have them as like the second highest thing to hunt next to the Rexes. But, again, it's just one of the things about carnivores is the mortal zones have always been one I've been iffy on. And then we've got the Rexes that'll occupy this slot, which I probably won't hunt for a while, but then we got the Laylaps done. There'll be something for here. Jungles still needs another one with it, as I've got a few endemics that are missing a second for their dioramas. Like, some of them don't look like they super need the other to complete a set. Like, this guy just on his own seems pretty fine. But the pose from the Jungles here kind of makes me think there's going to be another one, like, almost barking or snapping at it. But we were lucky and able to get the 2 Carnotaurus done, and we'll continue at the Jungles of Gravitsappa next episode. For now, though, we'll just end off looking at these guys and be pretty content with our hunt. So thank you all very much for joining me on this episode of Carnivores Legacy. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to give a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure in comments right down below. Until I see you all in the next video or episode, survivors, please remember, as always, to take care and stay alive.